Hi everyone, it's Miss Hargreaves here for our second lesson of the third week. And we're going to carry on with writing our stories today. So if you haven't already, make sure you listen to the story and you've watched the story map as well. Make sure you have a pencil and a piece of lined paper ready, preferably the one that you used yesterday because we're going to be carrying on writing our story. And make sure you have your thinking caps on. Let's get started. So what I'm looking for us to do today is, can I write the middle of the story? So we're looking at the Three Billy Goats Gruff and we're going to write the middle part of our story today. So on the agenda, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to recap some of the keywords from the story, recap some of our phonics sounds that come up a lot, and some tricky red words, and then we're going to have a look at writing a couple of sentences together. So let's have a look at some keywords. So we'll do my turn, your turn. The first one is hungry. Hungry. You can see the boy there, he's very hungry, his tummy's grumbling. The next one is bridge. Bridge. Next one, we know that one from yesterday, we've got our goat, haven't we? And he's got his little bell on because when they're up in the hills, the farmers need to hear where they are. So they often wear little bells so they can hear where they are. Next one, we've got troll. And the last one is sprang. Because remember, the troll sprang up and surprised the goats, didn't he? So if you want to take a picture of the screen to help you with your spellings, you can do, because these are some trickier words, tricky spellings. Right, let's have a look now at our sounds. So some of the sounds featured in the story. The first one is O, O. Next one in the purple, we've got Put some little pictures there to help you remember O for goat in a boat and for whirl and twirl. The next one in the orange box we've got is for look at a book. Well done. It does make the oo sound as well, so well done if you said oo, but this time it makes the Okay. And the last one is O. O. And it's our O for phone home. Did you notice something? Did you notice that these two sounds make the same sound, but they are spelt differently? So they both belong to the same family, but they're spelt differently. They both make the O sound, but they're spelt a bit differently. And this one down here is our split O, our chatty friends. So remember, when they're too chatty, we have to split them up, and a little letter sneaks up in between those two. Okay? So I'm going to call a sound out, and I want to see if you can point to the right sound on your screen, okay? Let's get started. First one, Did you get it? It was the purple box, wasn't it? Well done if you did. Next one. Did you point to the orange box? Well done. O. Did you point to the blue box? Well done if you did. Or you could have pointed to the green box, couldn't you? O for goat in a boat. And last O. Well done if you pointed to the green one, our O for phone home. Super. Let's have a look at some of our tricky red words. So can you remember what tricky red words are? Did you get it? They're words that we can't sound out. We just need to know them. So they're really tricky to spell. So let's have a look. Let's go over them. So our first one is who, said, they, went, he, go. Fantastic. Super. Can you point to the tricky word said? Well done. You did. Can you point to the tricky word went? Get that one. That was a bit quick, wasn't it? Can you point to the tricky word they? Did you point to the right one? Well done. Can you point to the tricky word he? Did you get that? Can you point to the tricky word go? Oh, last one. Super. So maybe you could test somebody. If you've got someone with you, you can test them on some tricky red words. You might want to take a picture of the screen as well to help you. So when you're doing your writing, you can look back at how you spell your tricky red words. Okay, let's remind ourselves of the story. So here, I've snipped the middle part of the story map. So let's remind ourselves, we've got our speech marks, haven't we? And the way we remember them is 66 and 99, don't we? Try and help us remember. So the first thing Middle Gruff says is he says, "I'm hungry," said Middle Gruff. "Can I go first?" said Baby Gruff. Baby Gruff went trip, trap, over the old stone bridge. But a troll sprang up. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" said the troll. "Me, Baby Gruff. Don't eat me. Wait for my brother. He's much bigger and much tastier." So he let him go. Then we've got here, next, Middle Gruff went trip, trap, over the old stone bridge. The troll said, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" "Me, Middle Gruff. Don't eat me. Wait for my brother. He's much bigger and much tastier." So he let him go. So if you want to take a picture of our story map, because that will help you to remember what comes next in our story, you can do, because this is the part we're going to be writing up today. Okay. So let's have a look. So hoping you can all see this. So yesterday we wrote the beginning of our story, and today we're going to start a new line because we're writing the middle part of our story. So the first sentence is, Miss Harris just reminded herself, they trotted trip trap to the old stone bridge. What do we start our sentence with? Can you remember our Kung Fu? We will start our sentence with a capital letter. Fantastic if you got that. So we're going to do capital T to start off. Remember, we don't join up our capital letters, so they, and that was one of our tricky red words, so you might want to go back and look at it. They trotted. And trotted, it's a tricky one because it does sound like a ch sound, but it's actually trotted. They trotted, trip trap, trip, and then trap, making sure those t nice and tall, they go all the way to the top. Trip trap to, nice tall t, to the, another tricky red word, to the old stone. Now let's have a go at sounding out stone, because stone is a tricky one, isn't it? So, st. Did you get it? How many sounds are in stone? 4. So let's have a look. So we go st, o, n, stone, and it is that chatty O. So remember the chatty O. We did our phonics. St, O. And what comes in between? Well done. Trip trap to the old stone bridge. That was one of our key words, so if you want to have a look at that to help you with your spelling, that's okay. And in the end, we end it with a full stop. Okay, our next sentence is, look at that yummy grass. And try to remember that this is what they're saying, our speech. So last week we looked at doing our speech marks, didn't we? So Baby Gruff is saying, look at that yummy grass. So we've got to make sure that we put it into speech marks. Oh, sorry, Big Gruff says it, doesn't he? So look, so see I've done my speech marks. At, and then that. Look at that yummy grass, grass, grass. And then that's the end of the speech, so we need to end it. So close the speech mark. So look at that yummy grass. And who says it? Big Gruff said. Big Gruff. And we need to make sure that if it's his name, it's a proper noun, so we need to make sure that we've got a capital letter. Well done. What do we end it with? A full stop. Well done if you got that. Okay, super. So I want you to go back to the slide before. Make sure you use that story map to help you and have a go at writing the middle of the story. Now, don't worry, because I'm not expecting you to do this in one day. It might take you a couple of days to do this because the middle of the story is quite long. Okay, but well done. When you've done it, please don't forget to upload your entries to Tapestry for your teachers to have a look at. Keep working hard, year one.